So one last thing I want to talk about is equalization level 2. So there are a couple of other areas that we could apply equalization to. The first one I really want to talk to you about is this kind of EQ that I'll do on the drum bus because I wanted to hit all the hats. And my mentor taught me, and it was a very, very helpful thing that he taught me, is that a lot of modern trap hi-hats, most of them are going to be kind of like have this very sharp resonance around like 7100 hertz, like 6900 to like, LOL 69, to like 72, 7300. So they've got a pretty nice spectral distribution. Like if we just go to the hi-hat, right, and we open up a parametric EQ to look at it, that's usually like where it's doing the most of its noise anyway. But as you can see, it's really peaking right here, which for this hat, it's like 73, right? So it's usually gonna be in that area. So what I'll do is just go to my drum bus and add this EQ like this. And it's just to tame that kind of sharpness, and it brings so much balance to the mix. You get rid of that sharpness, but none of the presence of the hat, if that makes sense. Do something like that just so it sounds a little bit more crisp and sharp on the high end. And I might do something like a little bit of boost on the low end. And this is getting into the concept of the trap smile or the disco smile. And it's that if you look at the spectral graph of a hella popular songs, they tend to have like boosted low end and boosted high end. And there's a bunch of theories why it's like that. There's actually no real scientific explanations. Like a lot of people will just be like, it literally just sounds good like that. It was popularized in disco music because that's when like super bass heavy, but like super high res, like high end clarity was like became the most popular thing in music, because I think that was the first time like digital kind of like production was very, very popular. So that's where this comes from. So you'll see like a boosted high end, a scoop around like from like 100 to like 400, right? You'll see something like this. Just like a little dip so that sub sounds way more powerful by comparison. You can really push that 808 a lot more. It's just gonna sound more pushed without us having to do anything to that 808. And then, you know, you'll see in trap at least, and this is where the trap smile comes from, you'll see something like this around the hi-hats just to tame them. And then again, you'll see that boost on the high end for a little bit more clarity on those artifacts. And then we can take this one step further, actually, and we can finish our trap smile. And that's why I have this EQ built into this chain, is like a kind of a stock trap smile that you can build on your own. But what we're gonna do is just find a couple more areas to peak. And what my mentor taught me is that right around 2000, you can do a little bit of peak, and then like right around 500, because those are like super sweet spots for the mid-range. And a lot of the beauty happens in the mid-range. A lot of the nice harmonies happen around those frequencies. So putting boost on those. This isn't like the most technically sound way to equalize your music, honestly, but if you open up spectral graphs, you'll see that this is pretty consistent across like many popular songs. I am working on a blog post actually for the Sith newsletter that's gonna explain this on a much deeper level than I'm doing right now. So if you're not already part of the Sith, hit the description down below to join. But yeah. This is just gonna make your stuff sound a little bit more clear, a little bit more punchy, a little bit more vibrant and interesting.